What's up guys, Wolf here. I have made quite a few deflector shield builds in the past. This one is going to be slightly different, and I do believe this could be an upgrade or the best deflector shield build I have made yet. Some of the other ones I've made may perform better in certain situations, but overall this one will do you good in any kind of content: legendary missions, solo play, group play, heroic content, anything like that, or even just open world activities like control points. You can go through this content with absolute ease. In the most difficult enemies to kill, like some of the legendary enemies, they cannot even kill you. They can't kill you with their guns, with grenades. You mitigate so much damage with the setup, and we can stand there and just tank unlimited amounts of damage from the NPCs. Now you have to kind of play a certain way, and there's something that I wanted to mention before we get into the summarization of the build and the gameplay, is that I only recently noticed this now about when you're using the deflector shield. The enemies actually alert their comrades about it, and they'll say we are using an aggressive shield, which is interesting because their entire demeanor changes in the way that they react to you. So what I found is the enemies will actually be hesitant to shoot you. Well, because the shield shoots them back. If you spec more into skill damage, with this setup I'm doing over 200k a shot, so if they shoot me, it's relative to what weapon they're using, but they hesitate to shoot you, which could actually, you know, make you guys want to try this in missions that you struggled before, knowing this. So that's why I wanted to mention. You may have known this for months now or years or whatever, but I only recently realized this now. They will call out that you are using it and hesitate to shoot you and actually run away, which could make it, you know, make the more difficult areas in, like for example District Union, a lot easier, because you know that you can press the enemies away, maybe for your team or for yourself, so that they will just run away and hesitate to shoot you. Eventually they do shoot you and they kill themselves, which makes this build ridiculously fun to use and very powerful. Like for example, in this clip that you're watching now of a heroic mission, I'm running through, and this entire section or wave of enemies, I will not even shoot my gun once. I will let my deflector shield kill them. And you'll see this behavior during this gameplay. But this setup is great for any kind of situation. Like I said before, you tank so much damage and the enemies kill themselves. Sometimes they will shoot you through your shield, but it's always good to maneuver and move around. Don't just stand there like you're using the big bulwark shield. This setup works so well when you're maneuvering around, letting the shield do the damage for you, and then utilizing a pistol. It doesn't matter which one, but I do recommend using the Liberty, and we can actually hit over 1 million damage a shot. The whole point is to shoot the body though. That would be for a headshot, but the body shots like around about 500,000 non-crit. Considering we're not speccing into crit chance or crit damage, I wouldn't worry about those numbers. But we can hit hard through the deflector shield and the pistol, making the DPS output of this build significantly better than I could ever imagine, especially with the way that I've set this up now. I've changed quite a few things, and also the survivability is almost unmatched. The bulwark and the skill health makes this a top tier survivability setup, and I do hope you guys enjoy it. So I will let some gameplay play after the full build description. If you have any comments or any questions, leave a comment down below and I will try my best to respond. Let's get into the build summary. Here is the setup. Let me talk about how the deflector shield works and what we want to do to make it a lot stronger. So this is the deflector shield right here. The deflector shield is, I don't think is used enough in the community. It is just extremely powerful. Now I've got 10.4 million health. So just keep in mind that if you activate skill health, or you put skill health on your gear as an attribute, it will increase the health. And also, you know, you get gear set bonuses that push this further. Like for example, if you have a look at my Empress, we have got 10% skill health, but skill efficiency also counts as 10% skill health. So efficiency is everything: damage, health, haste, all those things. That's why I think the Empress International is a perfect placement in this setup. But going back to this, so with the deflector shield, what happens is enemies shoot it and then it deflects back to them, and your shield does take damage, but the enemies take damage. As you can see, we have got a significant amount of damage. Average damage depends on weapon type. So 218k, you will see those numbers for like more of the assault rifles, but like sniper rifles from some of the elite enemies on legendary missions, they can one-shot themselves with their own snipers. So it depends on what weapon the enemy is using. So if you increase skill damage, for example, on your attributes or brand set bonuses like a one-piece wyvern, for example, it will increase this damage. So that's the great thing about Empress again, is that the 10% skill efficiency is also an increase in skill damage. So that's why I think the Empress 3-piece is perfect for this. And the Bulwark just allows us to regen the shield, because if you use the Artificer Hive with the shield, it will regen the shield's health every couple of seconds whenever you get a stim back, which is really, really good. So this, I would recommend speccing into skill health, efficiency, and skill damage to make this a lot stronger. And like I said before, the Artificer Hive is perfect for this. So I would recommend using Technician specialization. Make sure you have got assault rifle, a damage, activated shotgun if you're going to be using those, and most importantly, pistol damage, because I recommend using pistols, because you have to use a pistol with this, obviously. Otherwise, we would use a primary weapon or a secondary weapon. So this is really, really powerful. And you don't even need that higher skill tier, but I would try and get no less than 4 or 5. Otherwise, it will go down a lot faster. So I've got a tier 6. Remember, you can increase it with blues, not just yellows. So the Artificer Hive works with repair skills. So whenever your shield takes damage, this will actually, without throwing the hive down, it will heal the shield and the stim will go to it. And if you increase your repair skills, it will increase the heal onto the shield. That's why I have got some here. Also, the Foundry Bulwark gear set will heal my shield and my agent, which is a huge form of armor regen. So pay attention in the gameplay. You'll see my regen going up way higher than what it is here. So don't worry about stacking this there. That is not really that important. So I wanted to just quickly explain how this works. So some enemies will shoot you through this. Move away from them, try and get them first, and you can still hit them hard with the pistol. So the whole point of this build is to kite around, tank the damage, apply damage to the deflector shield and the pistol. And trust me, you do have a lot of DPS with this. Don't be fooled. The enemies drop pretty quick and we can survive so much because of the Bulwark and the deflector shield and the Artificer Hive combination, which is great. And this pistol, which I recommend using the Liberty, this pistol is great for giving yourself more damage. So hits grant plus 2% weapon damage stacks up to 30 times, which is great. And then it also heals our shield when we consume all of it, and you get a big amount of damage and you heal your shield, which is really, really nice. So this can come in handy in those difficult situations, especially like in legendary missions playing solo. So I have chosen to go for a Ninja Bike Messenger setup, and I feel like this is a really good one because previously I would have made other ones utilizing just a normal backpack or maybe go for a Bulwark backpack. But I feel like this is perfect now because I've discovered that when you actually put Bulwark with Empress, it is just so perfect. The combination is amazing. That's because we have skill health, which increases our shield health. Also skill damage, which increases the damage done by the deflector shield when the enemy shoot it and it hits them back. Then skill efficiency, which is skill damage and skill health, but also everything else. So haste, duration, whatever it may be, which makes this really nice. And another way you could play with this is because we're stacking repair skills, skill damage, things like that, you may be able to use a big Bulwark shield and then maybe use like a turret or a drone and then spec into more skill damage and make it a mobile skill damage build. So there are many ways you could adjust this, but I would definitely recommend going for 1.8 million armor if you're going to go for this setup, because we need to be tanky. I've got one more skill tier, making a total of 3, which is quite impressive because of the actual bag, the specialization, and then the one yellow here. So that's 3, which helps the efficiency of the Artificer Hive. You don't have to go that high. You need to kind of gauge it for yourself if you need that extra skill tier. So you could even have more blues. And then maybe even reds if you wanted to do more damage. On heroic missions, this build is definitely overkill. I would not recommend going for the amount of blues I have here for heroics. You go for more reds so you can 1- to 2-shot enemies and they just kill themselves so quickly. On heroic, this is an absolute breeze. Just keep in mind that grenadiers and grenades may hurt you. That's why sometimes I recommend going for explosive resistance. But remember that only applies to the agent from what I've tested, not the shield. So that's something to mention. That's why I don't like going overboard with explosive resistance when utilizing, you know, a build that primary focus is around a shield. Just keep that in mind. So the main weapons, you can use whatever you want. The Kingbreaker is nice to getting extra damage if you don't want to use the pistol, and maybe trying to get some armor back. Sorry, maybe the mop, try to get some armor on kill. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever you want there. It's all about the pistol. There are many different options. You can use a D50. You can use whatever you want. It's up to you. Test and see what helps. You can use something like preservation from armor when you get a kill, or you can get some more utility from a card custom. It's really up to you. But the Liberty is great for the extra damage and the healing of the shield, which is great. And it just really does hit like a truck. It is quite hard to control. So on console, you may not be able to spam it. So just take a look and see which pistol suits you the best. So I've got the Ninja Bike. You guys should know how this works by now. If we put on a 1 piece of a gear set, we get the 2 piece, for example. Vice versa, and so on. You know, if you wear a 2 piece, you get the 3 piece. I'm sure you guys understand that by now. It's nice because you get a red, blue, and a yellow, which matches with the setup quite perfectly. The Bulwark is going to be a must-use with a build like this because we get armor, regen, shield, health, and also makeshift repairs. Whenever you or your shield take damage, 20% of that amount is repaired to both over 15 seconds. So you and your shield. You get high regen and your shield gets regened as well. The chest piece is great because this increases this to 30%. The bag can be useful, but we wouldn't be able to put the combination like I've done here. So I've wanted to do this, and trust me, it is extremely good. So the chest piece is going to work perfectly. So the 3 piece right there, then 2 pieces of Empress International, which equates to 3 pieces. Health for the shield, which is perfect. Skill damage for the deflect damage, and then skill efficiency, which increases those as well, and everything else. So you get loads of utility for your skills, which is perfect. Then with the attributes, now this is really up to you. You can go for repair skills, skill damage, explosive resistance, more crit chance, more crit damage, whatever you want. Headshot damage could be good as well. It really depends. So Empress International, the pieces that the attributes I put skill, haste, and damage. I would not use haste. Go for skill damage and repair skills. That probably would be better. And the mod I have used is repair skills. I've probably overdone it, so you need to test and see the amount that your Artificer Hive repairs your shield and then change it accordingly. Maybe you can go for something else there instead of repair skills. The chest, I've gone for repair skills as the mod and skill damage as the attribute. You can balance it how you want. Holster, skill damage on there. The gloves, I've gone for repair skills. Knee pads, repair skills, and then maybe I would go for skill damage there, or whatever you want. It depends on your playstyle. Then the bag, I've got a repair skills modification. So the repairing of the Artificer Hive is significant, but you need it to be, you want your Artificer Hive to heal your shield almost fully, because otherwise it's going to go down pretty quick. So this setup is perfect for solo play on Legendary or any content. It makes it an absolute breeze. Just remember, you need to kind of be on your toes and play accordingly to what content you're playing in. Some enemies, like the rushing shotgunners, may just bypass the shield, so try and maneuver around them and kill them first. But most of the time, that the other enemies shooting you will actually kill the other enemies you're aiming the shield at, because you'll see the shield will actually aim and makes a noise, and it aims at the enemy that you want to receive the damage. Which is nice because even if you aim at an enemy and you turn to face the guy that's shooting you, the bullets will bounce at quite a severe angle and hit that enemy you originally aimed at. So it's really handy and it works great. And you'll see from the gameplay, which I'm going to showcase now. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. So with the shield, go for health, maybe active regeneration or holstered regen. It just depends what you have. Artificer Hive, depending on what mods you have. Then take a look at the statistics size. I'll put it on the pistol. So you can see the headshot damage is great. Not much crit chance. I wouldn't worry about that. Moving down here, the regen, that goes up significantly with the Bulwark. Sometimes it bugs, so just replace 1 piece of the Bulwark and put it on again. Sometimes it will bug out. And then we've got some great utility from the Hive itself. Some decent skill haste, which is nice. That's why Empress has made this build so much better, in my opinion. The skill repair is great, over 85%, which is great, which is really, really nice. Shield health is over 10 million, which is significant for a small shield. Now, you can still put it higher, but remember, we need utility in other areas. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Peace out.
Over there! Hey! I could do this all day. Make it a run. Watch your fire corridor.
Vital signs critical. Gotta ditch the Get around their shield!
Put up a shield! I need new plates in this vest! I see you! Coward!
Damn it! You're down!
We lost one! He's trying to... Just give up, Agent! Deploying boom! Fuck! He's hit! Enemy too close!
You're not going anywhere.
No! No! Get back!
Got a visual on additional hostile.
I'm ready. Incapacitated.
Damn you! Stop right there! I'm taking a beating! Get on that gun!
Crap, it got me. Get away from me! You like that, Agent? I'll kill you! I've got your back. I'll fight this. We have a... They're on me! You're dead meat. No shot, no shot! Can't take much more of this!
Damn!
Are they dead? Gotta change mag.
Now it's clean!
Serious trauma detected.